A blessed, glorious, magnificent, and gracious day to you, my wonderful friend, leader, whoever is joining me from across the globe. I thought I had to do this message. I was supposed to do it the day I heard about the passing of Professor Jason Arday. I had to do it then. I was so heavy. I was so touched. I was so sad, in so much pain. I wonder why. I never knew Professor Jason Arday. I never knew him. I've never even heard of him until lately when all the news was going ahead. I do not personally watch the news. I don't watch the news. You could see me once in a while. If my husband is watching the news, I could sit by him. That could be maybe once in a month, twice in a month. But sometimes I'm not even paying attention. If I want to get anything, I get it directly from the internet. If I'm interested, I want to find out what's happening on an area, I get it directly, of course, hopefully from reliable sources. But you don't even know what sources are reliable now, because we have a bunch of media journalists out there who are bent on destroying people's character, defaming people, and unfortunately they are not the best sources, And for some reason lately, each time I've been working, sometimes you're using the internet and some certain news story pop on. For some reason he kept popping on. For some reason I can really focus when I want to focus, and I allow myself sometimes to just take a minute off and be distracted intentionally, maybe a break, and just get back on my work after a certain amount of time, not to be carried away fully. And the first time I saw him, I did nothing, and then he came again. I said, well, who is this guy? Let me even read what they're talking about him. It was on plagiarism, bro, and all of that. And I read. I didn't complete it, of course. It sounded quite interesting, finding out about him, the youngest black professor in Cambridge and things like that, at the age of 37. And I read so far, then I didn't go further, and I left it, went back to work. After I finished, I didn't even say anything to my husband when I went back home. I think 2-3 days again, it just kept coming again. I popped it again to find out what's happening about the whole story, and they're just going deeper and deeper. And we're saying initially, I think the institution, some people, some leaders were standing up for him, supporting him and saying this was some sort of a campaign to destroy him and all that. So I actually did not take it much into details. I didn't talk about it again to my husband. I think the third time then I came home and talked about to my husband. He normally watches the news, so I would, I thought he must have heard about him, and he said no. So I just briefed him what's happening. They said this and all of that, and then he later on went and carried on. I think he did some investigation, and of course it was in the news. He told me it was all over the news. I never saw it in the news. I don't watch the news, because the news is full of trash. Unfortunately, it's like no news is good news. Like I said, people are doing incredible things. If you know the incredible work we are doing, our team, my children, you will beg the news to come and report about them when it's to tear people down, and I'm asking myself, what world do we live in? What world do we live in? I was so touched. I never knew this professor. So I'm just giving you the background, how I came to know him. And I don't know why this story touched me. I think I know why, honestly, the work I do. I'm a very compassionate individual. I'm a very compassionate leader. I'm a very kind and loving leader. And one thing in my nature is never to judge and condemn. When I see people are failing, or they've failed, they've made so much mistake, immediately I have more compassion than judgment for them. I have more compassion. Yes, there are those who are evil, and of course they deserve, justice and stuff like that. But when you go deep and see that they are suffering, some things going on in their lives, and of course, I'll pray for them if I can pray for them, if I can support them in any way. But not all of them need my support. Some of them don't even need my support. I can never reach to them. So I might only just say a quiet prayer away from there and just put them in my prayers. And I continue to think about them. So I was really touched. And then went on again the last time, I think, is when he started talking about some of the stories. I think he talked about him running, how much, 600 meters. I'm not even going to go into the details, okay, because I didn't read to pay attention, to keep it, to criticize him. It was just like a story that was passing by. I was just passing by the story. I was not reading to gain knowledge, because there's nothing about someone's life. I don't go and study someone's life, especially when they are not positive things. It wouldn't add value to me, okay? And of course, there are some things that they show us lesson, but I don't need to study a person's life to know what is truth, to know how to live my life, to know the values, the principles. The word of God is enough to give me the best instruction on how to live life in a very noble and holistic, moral way. So that's enough. I don't need to go some of us are just curious. Some of us are just minding other people's business. We just want to know what's happening to them, not because we really want to learn from them. I'm not that kind of person. So some of these details, I'm not going to give you into details. Like I said, it's the first time I ever heard about this professor. And don't think I read so much in details because I never knew I would be doing this talk. Never knew I would sit here and talk about him. But when he died, I had that urge immediately in my spirit on that day when I found out to do a live straight away. I was so upset. I was so sad. I was so disheartened. And I believe I would have done the best video at that moment. You know, maybe the Spirit of the Lord was leading me. At the same time, I just paused because in my session, there's a program I run, Women of Faith program. And this one is all about spirit-led self-control. And I'm like, maybe this is my emotion. But at the same time, I think I was a bit emotional and also compassionate. Compassion is not an emotion, okay? Love, when you love someone, you're compassionate. Love is a state of being. It's what we experience. We emanate as children of God, as light to the world. And all of that. It's like light is not an emotion. Light is a state of being. If light is present continuously, wherever it's present, it's illuminated. So that's what compassion is all about. It's not an emotion. It wouldn't go after years if there's still someone in deep pain. That compassion which comes from love, deep love, unconditional love. I don't need to know him, but just the fact that it's another human like me, it's another child of God, it's another creation of God, my Father. So we are related. Another individual who is just living life at his best with all the challenges that we have. Why will people pull him down? Why will people put all their own weight as if there is not enough weight that the world, life itself brings into us or into our lives? Why will people come and dump all that weight, excess on one person? What has he done to deserve this? So when I read that and I realized he was apologizing for some of the things he said, that due to his autistic nature and things like that, unfortunately, those errors, okay, perfect. And I just pondered a bit, you know, wondering, I don't know him. Read again, my husband came, we talked about it, and he said, I think a lot of people have shown that there was no plagiarism, and it's shown that it's been proved there was no plagiarism. Yes, a few words similar and all of that. I'm not going to go into details. I've not read it very well in details. I don't need to do that, okay, to talk about what I'm talking now. I don't need that information. If you're a human being, if you have a heart, you have a soul, you will be able to tell what is morally correct from what is morally wrong. You will be able to show compassion and love when people are hurt, battered, whether you know them or not, whether they have done evil or not, rather than being rigid and want to condemn them and kill them more. If you don't have those emotions, you as well might as well be a mother. If you're given the opportunity and chance, maybe you have not necessarily mothered someone because you don't have the courage to do so. But if you don't get this experience, you don't feel or experience this compassion and love and kindness towards someone who has been, you know, battered, vulnerable, they are telling you they are in pain. Yes, and they've made mistakes, they have apologized. Yes, even the worst criminal in the world, if they have to come and apologize, whatever reason it is, at one point, we have to stop condemning them. There are laws, okay, that will, penalties that they will pay. When we apologize for our sins or our mistakes, it doesn't mean that the consequences will be taken away. Those consequences, some of them will still have to serve those them in prison. But it's not for us to keep condemning them. We were not called to be judges. With the same measure we judge others, we will be judged. So I'm just asking you all. I was just saying, what has our world become? So I found about the death of him. I did not even know. I don't watch the news like I said. That gracious Saturday, I was there posting. I wanted to post something on my work, some inspirational words and stuff like that on a group that I belong in. And someone sent a message there. Professor Arday Jason found dead. I said, what? In fact, I'm not sure why, but like I said again, it's the person I am. I'm kind, I'm loving, I'm compassionate. If you know me, I will cry, I will hug. When people are in pain, I'm in pain. I don't take their pain away though. The pain is to ignite something powerful in me, to call people back on track, to help them, to support them. Like now I'm coming to do this life and I'm speaking to you, those critics, those judges who have put themselves rulers. Some of you are so evil. Some of you, your sins are terrible. Your mistakes, your lies. Some of you are, I'm not meant to point hands, but I'm just saying, if you are the first, if you have no sin, if you have no mistakes, if you've never lied in your life, be the first to come and put a comment here and condemn him more. Even if he's dead, in his death, some people are still condemning. What have we become? What have we become? What have humans become? Honestly, so hardened, like stones, no compassion, no emotion, no love. Selfish. It's that they don't want to see others. Let me tell you, all of you who are putting him down, condemning, criticizing him, you never become the professor. You cannot take his position. Yes, he's gone now. Will you become him? No. Will you live the life he lived? No. Will you increase if you don't work hard? If you are not bent on changing your own life, will you be able to replace him and take some of those things? No. What does it benefit you and me? What does it benefit humans? To tear people. You know, after he resigned, I thought, okay, this was it. The thing that pained me again the more, and I'm sure that was the last thing I saw about him before finding out he was dead. People started digging, and they wanted to cancel the story as well, that he was autistic. He never spoke until he was 12 or read, and they took 4 people. It's terrible. I was asking myself, why would he even communicate with this journalist? Because he had to tell one of them, give them names of those they can go speak to, that they were in school together. One gentleman even gave his name, 40 years old. I don't want to call his name, and I was wondering. He said he knew him. He was the clown of the school. He was a chatty boy. Another person said, what? 2 others said they knew him. He never spoke. He was autistic. The lady who helped him, one of the teachers that was supporting him, came and said, Jason never spoke. So people are lying here. People are lying. Clearly. 5 stories from 5 different angles. For what reason? He's left the position, okay, to condemn him even the more. I hear my daughter tell me about this thing, cancel culture. Let me just tell you something. If you're listening to me, I'm one of those you think you can walk and cancel people. Don't even come by me. You didn't create me. You didn't place me where I am. You have no authority or power to ever cancel me. It's irrelevant. You cannot cancel people. You start by canceling your own life. I think that would be best. If you don't want to see people, you disappear on this earth. You don't go about. You're never born to cancel people. If you don't want to see people disappear, you can't cancel anybody. You didn't create any human on this planet. My daughter tells me there was this thing they call cancel culture. Someone makes a mistake, they start canceling all their achievements. Did you give them those achievements? Do you think it's society that lifts people up? I'm so sorry. I'm sharing some inspirational words about the power of perception, my book. Some of us are living under skewed perception. Some of us are living under the labels that society has given us, under the identity that society has given us. Once you come to the awareness that no one on this earth, no human on this earth made you to be where you are. Don't get me wrong. People supported us to be where we are. But God created you and made it divine for you to fulfill your purpose, to be where you are, to meet all the people that you met along your way. And you've got to be grateful for them. I'm not saying not be grateful for them. Be grateful. But no one, if you know that no one took you to where you are, let me guarantee you, no one can take you down. No one. Let them take the positions. You will rise again like dust. Let them suppress you. Maya Angelou best put it. People are so evil. You could see it talking of race, and I just thought about it. It made me to think about the days of slavery. And for once I thought, why are some people so evil? If people could take other humans who are like them as slaves, why are they so evil? Why would you target one man and condemn and condemn? Are you sinless? Hey, come on. Just pause and reflect on your own life. Do you know the things you have done? Hi, my darling sister, sending you lots of love. Do you know the mistakes you've made in your own lives? Some of you are chronic liars. If there were like a disease that makes people to lie, they would have diagnosed you. If there were a medication that humans could create, you would have supposed to be on that medication. But most of you, the truth is, you'll be the first on the line to condemn Professor Jason. He's a liar, he said this, he said that. Yes, okay, he's gone off the institution. Yes, they have to have high standard. He's not your politician. He's not your leader. He's made a mistake. Okay, he's walked away. You followed him into his home. You followed him into his early childhood. Not thinking about if there were some of those children, maybe white children, who are autistic, and people are saying, oh, they are not autistic. You would have heard all sorts of things against them. But they will come now to annul, to disregard. And finally, he had to take his own life. There is no excuse. I'm not saying I'm justifying that. Are you people happy? Are you happy? Some people are even still talking. I read a post disgusting. Someone said, now I think he will claim he's Jesus. He's died so he may resurrect. We've got a lot of sick people. Yes, sick people in our educational system. Truly sick. They've got to replace some of those people in the psychiatric home with some highly, when you're educated and then you are, I don't even know the word to use now. God help me, help me. When you're educated, okay? Education blended with ignorance. I'm talking about ignorance in the sense that you're not enlightened in the things of the spirit. Is dangerously, what word is it? I don't even have the word for it. That word has not even been constructed yet. People who are educated and foolish is dangerous. It's better for someone to be ignorant than they are not educated. When you are educated and educated with the wrong knowledge, when you are educated, you are so dangerous. I don't even know the word, honestly. I think there's no human word for this. I don't even know. Let me not just even come here, okay? So what am I saying? We have some of those people who hide in the shield of prophets of this, that, this, that. If we know their lives, if you were to know their lives, they've committed evil. Some have killed people. Think about people who took other humans as slaves. They are still doing that. They oppress them. And we have the audacity to tear and pull and destroy one man, a father, a husband, a son, pull and destroy him as if he were even animals. Some of you will even go and match for animals than you match for humans. What's happening to our world? Help me, I can't understand. Humans are so evil. In the Western world, is especially the height of evil. It is terrible. It's terrible. What do people gain? As if there's one thing you're watching me, you're listening to me. If you've been condemning people, if your job, because you're so jobless, you've not been building your life, and you just sit there to condemn, to pull on the next person that was up there, look for a way to pull them down. Maybe some of you are looking for a way where I will get Dr. Sylvia. God, you're wasting your time. I was even telling my husband, I won't even read those news. It bothers me sometimes how people even find out when they're talking about them. If you put good news about me, you tell me I'll go read it. Bad news? Hey, come on. I ask, why do these people even read it? Because the truth is, it's only what you listen to, what you give power over, that can control your life. If you don't listen to, yes, the world might be seeing you and saying all their own things. You don't know. Imagine someone stands in front of you and is cursing you, saying all sorts of ill words to you. You're standing there, but if your ears are closed, if you are deaf, let's just say you are deaf, that's the best example. It makes no difference. You may even hug the person. You must be deaf to this world of people who are constantly hungry to throw their opinions because they are so idle. They've decided not to develop themselves. So they have a lot of time to talk about those who are developing themselves, to pull them down, to destroy. You've got to ensure these people don't feed your mind. You don't listen to them. Opinion is so cheap. It's not every time that people need our opinion. If you ask yourself, like myself, there was nothing. I've seen a lot of posts. I've seen a lot of stuff. When all of this was going on, whatever I said then would not have been relevant. Jason didn't need my opinion in any way. He had the right people, Professor Jason, who were supporting him, I guess. So what reason, or what's the reason? What's the purpose? Why should I even comment? Don't just type something on the box because it's easy, because no one is seeing you, or because you are so idle. Find something to do with your life. Work on growing yourself. Work on developing yourself. Work on your own character so you don't have envy, bitterness, jealousy. These are all the things that make us so angry and so, bitter. We want to pull people down. We live in a society where, honestly, I'm sure if we go around now in today's life, especially in the Western world, if you look at 6 out of every 10 person, let me even say 7, they are bitter. They are envy. They're full of hatred. That's the only reason our world can be the way it is. We cannot give what we don't have. So if our world is consistently seeing the evil thing, the hatred, either the good people are silent, yes, and I know some of us are silent. Like some of you want to say these things, but you don't come and say them. I didn't know him, so I'm not even defending him, but it's truth and wrong. When you say it, sometimes you have to speak. It's already happened to him. Maybe it will save another person. Maybe you are one of those who are there to condemn, to bring people without even thinking. You have no emotional intelligence. What's your business in bringing people down? What's your business in always having to share a comment? The next time you want to share a comment, ask, is this going to edify? Will this add value? If it will not add value, spare yourself. Spare the life of someone. Do not comment. Even if it will add value, maybe it's an advice. Will they really get your advice? Will I ever get that advice? If I'm not, don't waste your time. Maybe talk to someone who may come to me. Don't waste your time. If you use your time wisely to build yourself, to develop yourself, you will be so busy that you won't have time to be pulling people down, to be criticizing them, to be following their business as if it were yours. If you have no sin, you've never made mistakes, I want you to put the first comment there. I'm holy, I'm this, I'm that. Yet we go about, what sort of hypocrites do we have in our world today? What sort of hypocrites? What have people done to you because of their skin color? Black? Hey, come on. Come on. You may not like me for my color. That's your problem. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Just go away from me. Like I said, if you don't want people, you disappear from this planet. You can cancel them. You cannot. You didn't create them. You don't like people coming to your neighborhood. You leave the neighborhood. You can't stop them. This world is not yours. You cannot control what you did not create. Don't you get it? That's why you may become so angry. Then you become bitter. You become resentful. And everything you talk about, that person, those people, is evil. All you're doing, you're looking for ways to pull them, to condemn. You don't even realize it. In the midst of all of this, you become a complete stranger that you don't realize. You become dehumanized that you don't realize, because all the things happening are inhuman. True humans with a soul cannot do this. Humans who have sold their soul to the evil one, to the devil, would do this because his job is to kill, steal, and destroy. He wants to steal your joy. He wants to steal everything you have. If he cannot steal it, he destroys it. So he doesn't have it, because when you destroy something, you don't gain from it. And the person who had it loses it. Can you see what wickedness and evil does? You would rather have it destroyed. Now some people are happy. His life is destroyed. You cannot have that job. You cannot have that role. Whoever said instigated this because he was bitter with Cambridge. Someone with bitterness. I was watching his interview yesterday. Came to bring up and expose a man from a place of bitterness. So it comes to, if you don't want to, the devil destroys. Some of you just want to destroy your life. You can't have that life, then they will not have it. What do you gain? Your life will still be impoverished. It will even be worse because you've destroyed one more person. Your conscience will not be at rest. Do not be fooled or to kill. Eventually, when they've destroyed and they see that the remnants, like they say, like doors, you do what on them, they are dirty, yet we rise. They see the remnants of what they've destroyed have still risen. They want to kill completely so they know you are dead forever and like now. What do you gain? What do you gain? Can we have more compassion? A world that when one person hates other, they come and they bring people in an institutionalized, in a systematic way to hate on the one person. What difference is there? He hated. Instead of correcting them with love and show them love, because maybe they came from a very hateful child. No excuse. Okay, I'm not making excuses for people, but people could never give what they don't have. And that's why you yourself, you don't realize it, but you're consistently criticizing people. It's like you are the judge of pulling people down. You are the judge of condemning people. If they had to bring a message there of all the great work I've done, I've published a book, you will never say congratulations. The day one terrible message comes, you will share all over the world. You will die with envy, with hatred, with bitterness and resentment. You will never take the place of that person or my place. You better come to them and ask to share their strategies, their gifts with you, so you too can live the life that you love, that they are living, but you cannot have it, and you become jealous and bitter and resentful. What world are we living in? Rather than calling people, this phobic, this, come on, give me a break. And then now you come and hate the person. What difference? You are even worse, because if I know something is wrong, then I do it, I'm worse. Because my people perish for lack of knowledge. They don't know. A child who can do something wrong, it's not evil. But when you know you are either stupid, I always say stupidity. Stupidity is doing the right thing and doing the wrong thing. So you're worse than them. And then the stupid person that keeps repeating and repeating again, you become foolish. Really foolish. When we make one mistake, once someone says, yeah, I think it's okay, they can say that twice, 3 times, then you're foolish. The ignorant person, they are willing to learn. If they learn, they will know. But you have learned, but you've rejected knowledge to stay in your ignorance because you have an agenda. What will it gain you? What? To destroy, to condemn. What will you gain? Why? Why? Can you be that one person when you see a comment, don't just follow like a sheep, like a lost sheep, and pull people down and tear them down? Next time you want to do that, pause. Is a comment necessary? Is it helping this person in any way? Is it even needed? Because some of you, your comment, like I said, I could not, my opinion, my thoughts, even my great advice would not have been relevant for Professor Arday then. There are so many people by him who could have given him the advice that he needed. I didn't need to, so I just had to mind my business. If there's anything, the least I could do was to pray for him, send my prayers and thoughts. Stop being the judge to the world. Go judge your own self. Go reflect on your life. Some of us know the lies we've been living. Lies, deception, make up stories. We can't work. We can't do this. We know. Nobody has ever seen them. And we think we can stand and condemn those who are living a life that they've worked so hard and they truly deserve to live, to bring them down or to cancel them. No. No, you cannot cancel what you didn't create. Get it right. And even if you have to take someone off the world, you will not take their place. And their legacy will continue to live on. May the soul of Professor Jason Arday rest in peace. And I really hope we can have more kind people in our world. I really hope the next time you want to speak or share something, you can have a conscience. I really hope you can be able to show compassion. It's not about emotion. It's about loving. And nature is love. We are created in the image of God. Love is patient. Love is kind. It's about being kind. Being kind to those who are hurting. It's not like they deserve, no, but because my nature is to be kind to them. They're going through so much hurt and pain. I will be kind and nurture and nourish them. Love always forgives. There is nothing too hard to forgive. Some of you will say you never forgive. The sin is unforgivable. If God were not to forgive you, you would not even be alive. You'll not be on this planet. If you truly have love, forgiveness comes with love. Compassion comes with love. You cannot see someone hurting and you are so insensitive. You sold your soul to the devil. You are no longer human. You are a representative of the devil on earth. If that's you, I want to believe that no one who is that will listen to me. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And I pray that for those of you who have helped to pull other people down, you actually seek the grace of God to make a change in your mind, a renewal of the way you think and see life and impact people negatively. I really pray you may come to the awareness that destroying people has no benefits. Pulling people down has no benefits. It makes you even more bitter. It rips you from the joy of living life fully. Absolutely. If all you give is bitterness, criticism, it will follow you. You cannot give what you don't have. Fill your heart with love and compassion. Learn to forgive others. Learn to give them a chance. Learn to heal those who are broken around you. Learn to be the one that gives a hug. Not because you are justifying the wrong of others, but you just know as humans, sometimes we are so broken that we just need another human to uplift us, to comfort us. Why the Lord deals with our whatever it is to bring us back to track. Because you and I cannot change anyone on this planet except ourselves. It's for God to change anyone. The Lord bless you. I wish you a wonderful and glorious day. And may we have mercy and just leave this professor and his family. Now he's gone to rest. Maybe his family in peace. And leave other people you are bound to condemn in peace. I love you and God bless you. And stop canceling people. Don't even dare to think you can cancel me. You didn't create me. You didn't put me where you want to put me. Stop going about and canceling people. You're wasting your time. If you want to cancel yourself because you're so tired of living with people who are so, I don't know. Take care. And I pray you have a change in mind. And you treat others. Some of you even treat yourselves in the worst way. So I can't even say the way you want to be treated. The way they deserve to be treated. With the dignity that God created them with. God bless. I love you. Thank you. Bye now.